One planet, 7.3 billion people, only one you. Life offers us many opportunities and learning experiences. Are you ready to explore and discover this beautiful planet, the life and energy all around us, the spiritual world, and what is unseen, along with your own personal soul adventure? Marc Lainhart, the Intuitive Prospector, is the spiritual connection you have been prospecting for. Internationally known as a tested and professional clairvoyant medium and spiritual advisor, Marc's work as a metaphysical teacher, medical instructor, radio show host, inspirational writer, and hiking guide are here to help you on a journey of self discovery, healing, inspiration, education, and a whole lot of spiritual awesomeness. Dare to dream, dare to explore, dare to live. For more information on Marc's spiritual practice in Seattle, Washington, please visit marclainhart.com or internet search the Intuitive Prospector.
Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this beautiful planet of ours. This is Marc Lainhart, the Intuitive Prospector, here for my last show of Metaphysical Mocha Mondays for 2020. Let's give another round of applause for that. And give it a second for everybody to get on board. Grab your coffee, grab your tea. Let's take the next 25 minutes or so to do a little bit of what I like to say, exploration and discovery through body, mind, and spirit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the show, I'm here every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, broadcasting live from my studio here in Seattle, Washington, where, yes, it is still dark as I'm trying to move my light around here. Let's see if I can, what's going on with the light? There we go. All right, move the light a little bit off here. So it's still dark. It's still, the sun is up, but it's usually dark till about 8 o'clock in the fall. So If you're new to the show, welcome. Like I said, I'm here every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for about a half hour. It's the Inspirational Show. And then at 8:30, we move over into the Healing Cafe where I do spiritual chats, Q&A, live readings. You may actually get a live reading with me. And But yeah, this is the last show of 2020. So I take the month of December off. So this is where I get to the end of the year, and I'm a little burned out. So I take what I call a month of self-care, spiritual maintenance. Take the time to disconnect, so I have the time to reconnect. And it's just something I started about 2 years ago, working all the way through until the end of the year. December is usually a pretty quiet time of the month, quiet time of the year. And yeah, so I'm ready. This is today. I'm going to be on until about 10 o'clock, and then I'm getting ready to purchase my season tickets for the new Seattle hockey team, the Kraken. That'll be today, and then I've got 5 readings today, you guys. So I'm pretty packed. I think everybody realized my calendar was booked out until into January. I'm already taking reading requests and scheduling into January. So if you do want to learn more about what I do, what I'm about, my background, my history, how I even came into spiritualism, into psychic, into mediumship, into being a life coach and a teacher and a tutor, you can go to marclainhart.com. You can internet search the Intuitive Prospector. You'll find me through many professional outlets where I've been tested and vetted. You can read testimonials and feedback. But the best place to go is marclainhart.com, or just internet search the Intuitive Prospector and I'll pop up, and you can read all links to my radio show, Inspired Living Radio, links to my YouTube channel, links to my free meditations on Insight Timer, my classes on Learn It Live. So it's a lot of fun. And so I hope that you'll join me. I can tell you that 2021 is going to be a fun year. It's going to be a much different year than what we have gone through. That I promise you. So I just want to make sure that we are indeed broadcasting. Hopefully we are. I don't see. Let me check Facebook here. I might come up with a better way to broadcast as well. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's turn that down. Okay, so we are broadcasting, so I just wanted to make sure. But in 2021, I'm going to be doing some in 2021, we're going to be doing some fun stuff. I'm going to be rebranding the show, Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Going to be having some new banners. Same time on Mondays, still apply. But going to be just doing some different things. So grab your coffee, grab your tea. Let's move into what I call the magic of the moment. Wherever you may find yourself in the world, whether it's afternoon, evening, or morning time, I have followers from all around the world. And thank you. Cheers to you as we celebrate the end of the year. Tomorrow is the first day of December. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States, and that you celebrated in the best way that you could given the times. And this morning, how I work with Metaphysical Mocha Monday, some of you guys know this, some of you don't know this, but what I like to do is I don't have any script or plan before I come on live. It's literally a blank sheet of paper. Well, this is all chicken scratch from one of my readings. But I sit on the meditation mat. I think about what I want to say, what's kind of going on with consciousness, what's going on in society, what's going on with the human experience. And then I go down and I get a cup of coffee. And I make the cup of coffee nice. Today I'm having a vanilla Italian coffee, and then I add hemp milk. Get it all steamed up, pour it in. And when I pour it in, I look to see if there's anything in. It's kind of like reading tea leaves for those that followed that path. But I kind of look in to see what the picture on top of the coffee is saying to me, and then I see if they kind of correspond. And so today, when I did the cream into the coffee, it actually kind of looked like a fish. They kind of look like a little goldfish, if you will. So today, for the last show, I'm going to talk about being like a goldfish. And what do I mean by that? It's all about memory. It's all about short-term memory. It's all about not holding on to the things in your past that you can't control or things that you can't change. So goldfish have about a memory span of about 10 seconds, right? If you jump to dogs have a memory span of about 27 seconds. If you jump to a chimpanzee, they have a memory span of about 2 minutes. So this morning's show, we're going to focus in on our memories and holding on to our memories, because this year has been a really interesting, transformative, crappy, devastating, tragic year, whatever you want to reflect back on 2020. But at the same time, we don't want to hold on to that memory of negativity or self-sabotage for what 2020 brought to you this year. We want to, move past that. We want to move into 2021, which us numerologists and us seers into the next year, which I'm calling the freedom loving adventurer. It's going to be a completely different year than 2020. We will start to have a vaccine for this pandemic. This COVID will start to roll out. For me, I'm anticipating May into June, where we'll actually have it out to the masses. Of course, that'll be a debate within itself if you take the vaccine or not. Everything is divided and debatable now in our society. But I can tell you that, if you follow the science, if you listen to the scientists and the medical doctors, just like if you were to go get a surgery, if you were to go get, dentistry, these people are skilled in what they do. And, I always say the only thing that refutes science is better science. So the vaccine is coming, you guys. We will get to that place of getting past 2020. We will look back at 2020 for so many different reasons, from equality to racism, to systemic racism, to politics, to certain people, certain leaders that really just wanted to divide and cause chaos. And as we move into 2021, it's more about the focus and what we can do and how we can be better to one another, how we can be better humans. And today's message is all about being like a goldfish, being, short-term memory, if you will. There's a lot of bad things that happen to us, in our lives, and we as humans tend to hold on to that for a long period of time. Some of you have been holding on to the bad stuff that has happened to you in your past for years. You've been carrying this, heavy backpack or carrying this heavy suitcase. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's in the past, but your past doesn't define who you are, guys. It doesn't tell you where you need to go and who you need to become. I always talk about believe it, see it, achieve it, or in this case, believe it, become it, behold to it. Behold the greatness of who you are. Find that diamond within. When it comes to memories, today's moments are tomorrow's memories. So that's why I always talk about the magic in the moment, moving into what you can do right now with watching the show, being a part of either Metaphysical Mocha Mondays or the Healing Cafe. So please make sure to subscribe to the page if you have not already. I'd love to have you join the page, because I will still be doing things in December, just not so much public facing shows. My radio show, I did my last radio show last week, but there is going to be a great lineup of Inspired Living Radio shows, guests, podcasts coming in early January. So be prepared for that. I've got also a 5-week series I'm talking, it's called Experience the Etheric. That'll start in January, late January. So if you want to check out that page, that's over on my events page. Also going to be doing soul guidance and inspirational messages for 2021 with my colleague over in Norway. So again, if you go to my events page, you can see everything that's coming up. There's a 2-day workshop called the Medleys of Mediumship if you want to work with mediumship. Going to be doing a couple DEMs online. So just go to marclainhart.com, click on the events. All the ticket links are there. And they're anywhere from the 2-day workshops, I think $120 for the 2-day workshop with myself and a colleague from England who's a tutor at the Arthur Findlay College, Penny Hayward. So looking forward to working with her. And of course, 5 weeks of Experience the etheric being who you are, to help you on your spiritual journey. And that'll start in January. So marclainhart.com, click the events tab, and you can get to all of those locations for 2021. So today we're talking about being like a goldfish, and we're talking about our memory and not holding on. Sometimes we have to have short-term memory. It's really hard to navigate and move forward with your life when you're dragging a bunch of stuff with you. I always like to say my worst enemy is really my memory. And I've had this year for me, you guys, has been one of my most successful years to date, but also one of my hardest, most transformative, most healing years to date. So it's been interesting how that has all moved into alignment. But it's just, just as I celebrate the last show of Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, as I get ready for my spiritual maintenance month and self-care month, it's just a reminder to let go of the past. You know, they always say that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present, and that's really true. It really is. You know, we always say that, you know, we create memories in the magic of the moment, what we do, and memories are the timeless treasures of the heart, if you will. But it also, your memories can be your worst enemy. So if you can, you know, remember today's message of being like a goldfish. I was watching Metaphysical Mocha Mondays with Marc, and he looked in his coffee cup and he saw a fish, and it reminded him of having a short-term memory like a goldfish. Then try that. Try to have, you know, let things roll off your back, right? You know, my mentors always taught me all of my problems are irrelevant. How I respond to them is where the true power lies. That's where the true essence of your transformation and your blossoming and find that diamond within will take root, if you will. So, you know, because the world is a very, you know, and I know this just from my spiritual work, you know, it's taken a lot of people from my physical journey, from murder to brain cancer to suicide to MS, gosh, what else, you know, to just tragic, you know, losses in my journey. And the world is a tragic, violent place, and it always will be. We just know more about it because of social media. But at the same time, you can choose to find the good in your journey. You can choose to find the good in you. You can choose and make a choice to, you know, choose happiness and positivity over misery and negativity. You know, the power is all your own, and it's just like with the power of your memories. Don't let your memories be your worst enemy. Have a short-term memory like a goldfish or a dog or a chimpanzee, you know, because they're all short-term bases, and just move on, you know, into the magic of the moment and create, you know, that memory, which is the diary that we all carry with us, if you will. So it's important on your journey, if you really want to transform, if you really want to blossom, if you really want to heal, is to have that short-term memory, not hold on to things that have been done to you in the past, and things that you can't go back and change anyway. So again, memory is the diary that we carry all with us. What are you writing in your diary? What are your thoughts? How do you respond? But your true power lies in how you respond or don't respond. Remember, response doesn't have to actually be responding to everything. You can choose to be at peace, or you can choose to be right, and you can choose not to respond, which is a response in itself, right? So, you know, I always remind people that, you know, it's kind of like the Bermuda Triangle, I guess. You know, when you think about the mind, we're such amazing creatures. We're such an amazing species. We're blessed, but we're cursed. We think, therefore we are. To know thyself, if you will. And it's like, I always think of it like my brain is a Bermuda Triangle. You know, information comes in and then it's never found again. Sometimes I just try to let it come in and let it pass through me and just let it go. You know, it's really helped, you know, with my journey of forgiveness, of grace, of transformation. You know, it's that old saying, 1,000,000 feelings, 1,000 thoughts, 100 memories, one person. Think about all your thoughts and memories that you've had. And, you know, if you can be like a goldfish and just have that short-term memory of the bad things that's happened to you this year, I hope that you'll do that. I hope that you'll, you know, whether if you've lost a loved one to COVID or this pandemic, my heart and thoughts are with you. I've been impacted personally, at my family level, at my colleague level, at my friends level. I've even had a friend pass recently, and he was younger than me. So I definitely relate. I definitely understand. But it's just another example, and it's another recommendation of carpe diem. Find the magic in the moment and live your life for today, because there is no guarantees for tomorrow. And I teach on that all the time. Your imagination creates the future that you hope is there and that you envision to see. Your memories, it's on the left side of the brain, by the way, the same side as analytical and reasoning and ego. It's right here at the temple, the left temporal. I learned a lot about the brain, you guys, when my brother had his brain cancer and I sat down and talked with surgeons. Memory and speech reside right here in the left temporal, this little area right here of the brain, memory and speech. But your memories take you back to a past you can't change. So if you can't change it, why do you live there? Why do you waste your energy on thoughts that and actions and things that you can't change? All you're doing is wasting your energy of thought, and your focus is back there when your focus should be right here because your focus determines your reality. So be like a goldfish today. Have a 10-second memory of the bad things that have happened to you in 2020 and move forward with hope and focus and grace and excitement and inspiration for what 2021 is going to unfold. We call it the year of the five. And how you get there is you just take 2021, you add them up, it adds up to the year of the five. The five is what we as numerologists call the freedom, loving, adventure. Now that can be broken down a few ways. Freedom maybe from this virus, freedom from racism, freedom from a balance, an imbalance of the rich and the poor, a freedom of maybe government and society. I don't know. We could be going back to the medieval terms or medieval times for all we know. That's not going to happen. But freedom to explore, freedom to understand and see different perspectives, freedom, loving, adventure. Those are all powerful things. I will be coming up with my psychic predictions in more detail in my newsletter. So make sure to go to marclainhart.com and click on my newsletter, Soul Adventures. That'll be out in the middle of December. I'm writing it right now, and that'll have some outlooks and what I'm seeing and feeling and understanding about 2021. I'll be doing one of my first podcasts and live shows over on Om Times Radio for my psychic predictions, just like I did in 2020. And if you go back and listen to that show from January 8th and go back and listen to what I talked about, what 2020 was going to be, it's actually been a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's a little bit more worse than what I was seeing, because I was seeing this great coming together, homeostasis, sustainability, self-mastery, but I saw a lot of things that were also dividing, because we call it the year of the four, which is also called the dedicated worker and the master builder. And I knew things were going to have to crumble, as a master builder does. If you're going to build something new, you have to tear down things of old. This year in 2021, if you haven't already felt the shift, there's been a huge shift of energy. And we had a lot go on this year with a lot of full moons. We had 2 full moons in 1 month. We've had several eclipses. Mercury always goes retrograde a couple times of the year, so that's pretty normal. But a lot of just astrology stuff going on, things that are not always seen. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not here. Just a reminder of that. So I can tell you, just from what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm knowing claircognitantly, is that 2021 is going to be a much better year, a much different year than 2020 will be. I do anticipate the vaccine being rolled out in May and June, where everybody will actually start to get vaccinated, and we will start to see COVID move out of our society. Remember, 2 years, in the 2 years that they went through the great influenza flu back in 1918, it was after 2 years it just disappeared because it didn't have any more hosts. COVID, moves by transmission of a host. And eventually, if we come together, we all wear our masks, we wash our hands, we social distance, and we listen to the science, not the media, not the politicians, if you will. Listen to the science and follow the data like I do as a certified healthcare provider. You'll realize if we do come together and stop getting away from this, they're infringing on my rights to wear a mask and my freedom. It's not about that. It's just like, if you go to the dentist, they wear a mask. If you go to the doctor and you're having surgery, they wear a mask. It's about stopping the spread of disease, or in this case, COVID, which is airborne. So if we come together, we'll get past this, and we'll start to do that in the middle of next year, 2021. And by 2022, we will see a small, it'll still pop up from time to time, but we'll see small traces of that. So this morning's message on the last show of Metaphysical Mocha Mondays for 2020 is be like a goldfish, you guys. Have a short-term memory. Goldfish have a memory span of about 10 seconds. If you've had something that's happened to you negatively, something that's been really just tragic for you this year, try to be like that goldfish and don't hold on to that memory. Try to find the good. If you've lost somebody this year, try to find the good in the memories that you do have with that person's. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And that's from Dr. Seuss. We collect moments, not things, as I always like to remind people. And remember that your memory, it can be your worst enemy, but it can also be your best friend, depending on how you choose to do that. So we're going to get ready for the Healing Cafe, the last Healing Cafe. I'll go for about an hour today, because I'm getting ready to pick my season tickets. I've been waiting a long time to pick my season tickets for the new Seattle professional NHL hockey team here in Seattle called the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Do I have let's see here. I got an evil laugh here. Release the Kraken. All right. So I'm going to be picking my tickets at 10. So I'm going to go to about 9:30 or so in the Healing Cafe. So about an hour. So get your questions ready. Again, please make sure to like, subscribe, share, contribute. Good morning to my team. Thank you for joining me again and volunteering your time to help run and moderate a lot of the comments and behind the scenes. I appreciate you. Cheers to you for this year and helping me to grow this show and be a part of my Intuitive Prospector team every Monday showing up. I appreciate you. I honor you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me out and volunteering your time, because again, your time is your greatest commodity. So cheers to you as we celebrate our last coffee session of 2020. And I take the month of December off for self-maintenance, spiritual maintenance, self-healing, self-growth, writing, all the good stuff. So, but I will be back starting first Monday in January 2021. I'll be back with Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Might have a new look, might even have a new feel, maybe some new music. But we will also have the Healing Cafe, which I've gotten a lot of feedback. So thank you for your feedback. Please provide the feedback on the comments in Metaphysical Mocha Mondays and the Healing Cafe of what it's done for you, how it's helped, if it's inspired you, encouraged you, motivate you, anything that just kind of, I can get feedback on. If you want to make a donation, I'll put a link in the field to, if you want to donate, if you felt like you've gotten something out of it this year. It just helps me to stay inspired so I can inspire you guys each and every week. And again, join the 30,000 plus followers of the page now, which is just absolutely amazing, each week, so you can get the notifications, whether it's the shows, my radio show, Inspired Living Radio, my spiritual takeout over on Instagram and YouTube. And then, of course, in 2021, we're going to have Experience the Etheric, working with the etheric body, working with the etheric world, how to know thyself. So your positive mantra for this week, and the last message of the week of the year of 2020 is, I allow myself to have faith in my inner guidance, to be the captain of your own ship, to weather the storms, to move like a ship, always moving forward. That's what I've said about this year. It's you got to keep moving forward no matter how tough the storm feels, because it's through the storms that you gain strength. That's where you get your sea legs, as we used to say in the Coast Guard. So the only way to get to smooth sailing is to enjoy those storms and to move through those. So allow yourself to follow your inner guidance and to trust your intuition. The number for the week and the crystal for the week and the last number numerology card is manifestation. So manifest is what you see here, and then what actions you do to bring it out into your reality. If you don't take any actions, it's just a daydream. It just stays here. I always say things are born twice. First in your mind, and then what you do to bring out into your reality. It's a number 8 energy. 8 turns sideways. 8 turns sideways becomes infinity. I'm a life path 8 in numerology, so I'm all about business. I'm all about manifesting. I'm all about being, we call it a business-minded leader, and doing this and creating and helping people. So manifest for the rest of this month, the rest of this year. Manifest for what you want to bring into 2020. 2021, as we move into a new year, a new energy, a new focus, and a new way of being. We're not going to go back to normal, just so you guys know. I said that normal wasn't working before this all happened, before 2020, the master build a year, the dedicated worker, the roaring 20s, as I called it. We're not going to go back to that way of being. We've moved too far forward, and there's going to be a lot more awakening for people in 2021. Freedom, loving, adventure. So the crystal for this week, your last crystal reference, is what we call chirosophrase. I'm not saying this right. And that means I need more coffee. Hold on. I'm sure somebody will let me know that I'm saying it wrong, but it's chirosophrase. So CHRYSOPRASE. You think I would have picked a better stone for my last show, but chirosophrase, and it's a green, it's an apple green lemon colored. It comes from all places around the world, but I picked it today because it imparts a sense of being a part of the divine whole. And what it does is it induces a deep meditative state, and it's said by the ancients to promote love to truth, and it also promotes hope and gives personal insights. So I figured that would be a great, that's how you spell it. I thought that would be a great stone, a great crystal, if you will, to finish up the year, to connect to the divine, to promote hope, and give personal insights for what 2021 is going to be for you. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me today in Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. It is the last show of 2020. I will be back in 2021 in early January. So until that time, make sure to go to marclainhart.com, get on my page, follow my newsletter. My newsletter will be coming out via social media, and also it's called Soul Adventures. And it'll be talking about everything that's coming up in 2021, all the events, the new shows, the new branding. And I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Leave a comment or some feedback, a testimonial of how this show has helped you throughout the year. Monday morning, kind of setting the tone. That's why I chose Monday morning specifically, to set the tone, to create that vibration and that positive spark, if you will, for the week ahead, so you can look forward to the next Monday and the guidance and everything that I'm about. I'm all about, helping people spiritually prospect for your own spiritual transformations, your own spiritual healing, and of course, your own spiritual goal to find that diamond within. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I'll get ready for the Healing Cafe. I'll be back here in just a few minutes. I got to get that queued up. But again, go to marclainhart.com, internet search Intuitive Prospector, get on my YouTube channel, my Instagram channel, for all the stuff that's coming up in 2021. It's been an honor and a privilege to hang out with you this year in Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. A big shout out to our healthcare heroes. Stay safe out there. Much love and respect for all that you do. And I know that 2021 is going to be a much better, positive year, freedom, loving adventure for all that we do. So until our next soul adventure together, be kind, be caring, be compassionate. I'll see you next, I guess I'll see you next year for Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. So until that time, dare to dream, dare to explore, dare to live. I'll see you in 2021. Take care, everybody. Namaste.